Well, we are here live out on the parade route for Endymion, also the location of the Samedi Gras celebration, which of course is the massive block party that happens before Endymion and the Endymion's extravaganza at the convention center. And we've been out here all morning. I've been showing off some of the bling that you can catch from those riders for Endymion, some really unique stuff this year. And you know, I've been kind of dressing up and down, haven't been able to keep up. I've been trying on new things, trying on the glasses, the hats, all that good stuff, and also been joined several times this morning by the guy who just doesn't stop this time of year. That's Arthur Hardy. And this is your bread and butter, Arthur. You love this stuff.
This is it. Come Ash Wednesday, nobody wants me, so got to go get it.
And then next year we'll be right back. Where's Arthur Hardy? We need him.
I hope so.
And listen, nobody knows more about this stuff really than Arthur Hardy. I mean, he's the wealth of knowledge when it comes to this time of year in New Orleans. And, you know, we were talking a lot about Endymion.
Yep.
We're talking a lot about Samedi Gras and all the stuff that's going to be on the stage, the block party, all the people that are already starting to make their way out here. But it's not just tomorrow. I mean, we got from here till Fat Tuesday. It's just every day, and that's nonstop.
Wall-to-wall parades, really some good ones tonight. We talked earlier about the triple header in New Orleans. Hermes, Détente, Morpheus, you have Celine across the lake in Slidell. And then, of course, tomorrow, not just Endymion, they're preceded by Iris, biggest crew in Carnival history.
Right, that's that's I know for 2024 I asked you to make, because I wanted to make sure I was, I'm a journalist, I got to be right, Arthur.
And it's correct. They're the biggest in history, all women, great parade, followed by Tux, also the biggest crew they've ever rolled with. And then we can't forget Namtok, the pride of Algiers, on the West Bank. Tremendous parade, and they get overlooked because of all the things happening on this side. And you have ISIS and Kenner Saturday night too, so it's spread out geographically, but numerically, New Orleans is where all the action is.
I know we're talking about some of these crews, and of course Endymion's membership is through the roof. We know that, and Iris is the biggest this year in 2024, the all-female crew. And what would you account for this? I mean, it feels like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like the membership in some of these crews is really just thriving right now.
It has. It's never been bigger or better, in my opinion. You know, there's been a lot of changes, but it's just more and more people are taking advantage of the opportunity. You know, one time, if you weren't members of a small group of people, you couldn't get in a parade. Now it's so wide open and so diverse, so there's a place for everyone, and people are taking advantage of those new opportunities. Got
it. And I mean, you know, when we're talking about Endymion too, you know, and Ed Munez, I know you're very familiar with his legacy, and this is going to be a year for Endymion where, I said it earlier, they're going to be riding with heavy hearts. They're going to have fun like they always do, but with the knowledge that the guy that started all this, the guy who really helped create the idea of the massive crew, which we just alluded to. And a lot of the cool things, you'll be able to catch some throws specifically that might have his initials, his face on them. And remember that this all started with really a vision of one man.
It did in a very small parade with rented floats from the crew of Carrollton. And in 1974, he saw what Bacchus was doing in the Rivergate and said, we can do that, only bigger. and the rest, as they say, is history. You know?
And the Samedi Gras celebration, you're familiar with that too, this idea of this block party before the party.
It's a gift to the people who care enough to camp out overnight to see the parade. How about we entertain them? And once again, over the top, everything Ed did was big.
Yeah, we spoke with Daryl Dockin a second ago, and he was talking about the idea of Samedi Gras, kind of where, and it literally came from them coming out and seeing all of the people that were out here and going, well, they're just out here waiting. I mean, we might as well enjoy. We might as well make it fun for them.
Yep, and none of this is free. I mean, you know, the crew spends this money to give a gift to its people. So it's a wonderful day, and it looks like the weather's going to be sensational.
We're still worried on Bacchus possibly Sunday. They might have to dodge some stuff. Oh, that's carnival season.
Yeah, and you can roll in the rain. It's not any fun. There's high winds, lightning. That's the enemy, and you know, really bad thunderstorms. But none of that's predicted. And there's still a chance they may sneak in without rain. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Hey, Arthur, as always, Arthur Hardy. We appreciate you as always. And hey, listen, we're not done yet. Coming up, we're going to speak to the royalty this year, the king and queen of Endymion. We're going to speak with them coming up in the next half hour. But for now, we'll send it to break. We'll have more of the Fox 8 morning newscast coming up.